He served 25 years in the Army and then spent 20 years as an educator. But his service to others has continued well beyond retirement. 3 News Now anchor Zach Williamson went to Omaha Burke High School for this week's Mission Service.
This is Mission Service, sponsored by Barry Law.
I'm going to show you first. I'm going to stop. These are things that
we have to make sure we have a computer that can hold a flash drive. That's our level of preparation, and then we get out of his way.
I'll get something I'm going to show you.
And he brings history alive.
You're going to smile, not very much. I tell the funny stories. I wanted to show you the toilet paper we got. It's a huge roll. Hold your breath. That's it for a day. I tell the facts. I never found much use for a tank in the jungle. You couldn't get around, so I show them the pictures. I'll tell you guys and gals, I went between 4 and 5 cameras the year I was there. They were destroyed. The sea rations. You got that maybe twice a day, maybe once a day, probably once a day. You get this sea ration meal.
Social studies teachers at Omaha Burke High School call retired Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Flagg the greatest Vietnam War primary resource in Omaha.
I think this year he did 4 of my classes, and some years he does more. Everybody is demanding of his time.
Anybody want to try to open the can with my P38?
You saw the kid's eyes get glued to Jeff.
It's a little device like this.
Kind of drop to the floor. You see the wheels spinning. I've never seen engagement like that. Too great of a guy not to have in our world, one, but too great of a resource not to have in our classroom to expose us to our kids.
Each year, students learn about the Vietnam War era in their classes.
I don't know if that's the hobo woods or the boiler woods, but whichever they were scary.
Flagg's real-life experience being the capstone.
Because I've seen it umpteen times now, and it is always added. There's something new, there's something tweaked, there's something new about it, the way he presents it or the content itself, that the students can really relate to.
His value for me as an educator is there's no price tag for it.
That's my M16, my hat.
Burke High School was introduced to the Purple Heart recipient when he took over the school's JROTC program, leading them to a laundry list of achievements.
Our numbers went from, about 95, 100 kids. We had 225 kids.
Our JROTC program here is phenomenal, and I think Jeff kind of set all that up. The Colonel did a great job.
He eventually became the director of JROTC programs for all of Omaha Public Schools, retiring 3 years later.
Hi, everybody. My name's Mr. Ryan. You guys know me.
But while at Burke, he became close to social studies teacher Patrick Ryan. Ryan served in the Nebraska Air National Guard for 27 years. The two would talk frequently at school. Then one day in 2007, Ryan visited Flagg for advice.
This visit was different. I told him I'm going to Iraq. And hold on, let me get myself together here. Fine, man. I said, I'm scared. What am I going to do?
Ryan says Flagg's advice stuck with him throughout his time in Iraq.
There were nights we got hit, rocketed horribly, and his voice was in my head. Keep moving, count for your people, all the little nuances that an old-time military person tells a young one how to survive.
And once he returned home, he was the voice he needed again.
I'd been shelled or rocketed the 2 nights before, and here I am, and people are going to work, going about their day, and this is surreal. How do I deal with this? And Jeff brought it all back in, recentered me, and I can't put a price on that. I mean, in some ways, he saved my soul.
It's important for them to know that there is life after. It's a matter of how you look at it. By the way, this is a canned experience.
While it's important to know that there's life after the military, it's also important to remember history and the sacrifices made before us.
You could look out in the field and unfortunately, you could see bodies all over the place.
Something Flagg, who received 4 Bronze Stars from his duty in Vietnam, along with the Vietnamese Service Ribbon, won't let be forgotten.
Who else is going to tell the story? I'm becoming a forgotten breed. I mean, really. Vietnam guys dying like crazy. And I think I'm here for a reason.
So important to tell the story. Flagg has been presenting since 1996 and has shared with other schools and groups as well. He's also visited with local veterans receiving hospice care, reminding them they're valued. If there is a person or topic you think we should cover for Mission Service, tell us. Email mission.service@3newsnow.com.